Right. So in the post-World War II era of American politics, a popular idea emerged about communist ideals spreading worldwide, the classic Red Scare. This fear peaked in 1950 to 1954 when a popular senator from Wisconsin began launching internal probes of the highest levels of government, everything from the White House to the Treasury to the military. What was this senator's name? Joseph McCarthy. McCarthy's political strategy was genius. He raised fear and suspicion of the government all the way to the highest levels. Anyone who dared speak out against his fear-mongering tactics was labeled a disloyal traitor and would be publicly ruined. While that was a powerful tactic in and of itself, what really cemented his strategy as flawless was that it was in essence based off truth. Only a few years earlier, operatives of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics had infiltrated the Manhattan Project and stolen classified secrets to the creation of nuclear warheads. The communists had literally infiltrated a top-secret military project capable of destroying the entire planet. McCarthy took this concept and ran with it, demanding Senate probes into all areas of government. He had become far and away the most powerful political individual in the country. No one could stand against him without being labeled a traitor, not even the president. Speaking of the president, why didn't President Eisenhower do more to stop the fear and paranoia that McCarthy was spreading? Even if not for altruistic reasons, surely Ike wasn't happy about being politically usurped. Well, publicly, the president was just as helpless as the rest of the government officials. To speak out would be to draw the attention of a communist investigation, and the end of your career. Privately, however, the late President Eisenhower was doing all he could to curb McCarthy's power. Ironically, he would employ a hidden hand approach to the government, using his administration's power to quietly handle the situation outside of the public eye. With the meteoric rise to near absolute political dominance, McCarthy began to feel untouchable. In 1954, he turned his focus from officials in the relatively off-the-books State Department and Treasury towards the Army and the president's own administration. McCarthy would hand out subpoenas like candy to compel witnesses to testify in front of a senatorial committee. In response to this, the president invoked his executive privilege to protect any and all executive branch officials from being required to testify before Congress. Enough support for Eisenhower and against McCarthy had accumulated now that when he made such a public response, it kneecapped all of McCarthy's credibility in performing his probes. The executive privilege was unchallenged by the majority of the Senate and cut off all new witnesses for the senatorial committee. Then, the Senate passed an official motion of condemnation on McCarthy's actions, obliterating any credibility he maintained and ending his career.